I was born to change the world, and so were you. We have an inner need to modify the world, literally compelling us to take action, to have a lasting effect on things or on people. We want our fingerprints, our marks, our signs to be shown as the history of mankind unfolds. This is why many of us don't want to work in a factory. Despite the fact that their job is important, they have a difficult time finding relevance in their work. They can't point to something which helps supporting the process. Take an example from ancient literature. There was Achilles, a protagonist, who was famously asked by the gods in the book written by Homer whether he wanted a short life, which after he passes he will be remembered and defined forever, or a long life, after which he will be forgotten forever. And no surprises here, Achilles opted for the shorter life. John Cleese in Monty Python said, "There's only one thing worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about." Our need for being important in life plays a crucial role inside of us. We don't want to be one of the many. We want to be the one. There was an experiment. Scientists took a group of apes, all of whom had a favorite drink. They were all put into a cage which had 2 corridors and were given the choice. At the end of one corridor, the monkeys could find their favorite drink, the one they were most fond of. At the end of the other was a picture of the alpha male of their group. Amazingly, they all chose to look at the picture of the alpha male instead of drinking the refreshment. We all admire important people, billionaires, stars, musicians, basically everyone who has an indispensable role in the world. Many would do whatever they can to rub shoulders with the stars. It's not only because of the money, but also because of the chance of making themselves look important. We feel their shines shows us up in a better light. As I mentioned, many of us want to be important in life. The key question is, what are we willing to do for it? When I was a child, there was a robbery at the playground of my primary school, and the reporter was talking about the case there. To get to the lens of the camera, we were wrestling each other, we were pushing us away because we wanted to be filmed. We wanted to be on television. We wanted our 15 minutes fame, as Andy Warhol said, and were ready and willing to block and tackle others just to prevent them from getting into the picture. People are ready to do whatever in hopes of being celebrated and remembered. Soap operas, reality shows, all our terrible TV programs about directors are famous, sometimes infamous, but nonetheless very well paid, and many times have a higher profile career than actors who appear in theaters. These clowns make idiots of themselves for a few minutes of fame without creating any value. Zero. The need, however, for influencing the world is not always bad. There are a lot of people who are willing to contribute without having an overriding desire to ensure that the only name on the marquee is their name. Zig Ziglar, a famous motivational speaker from the US, is noted for saying, "You can achieve anything in life if you first help others achieve what they would like to." To leave a mark in the world, it's so much easier to do in a group than individually. Many times, for convenience purposes, one name will be associated with a well-publicized success. But people who help launching the idea likely have a strong feeling of accomplishment along with the number one person. For example, the first ever landing on a comet was conducted by a great number of scientists, all working very closely with one another. If you can overcome the drug-like addiction of being the most important person, you, along with your team, will be able to say, "I left my mark." It's tough to figure out how many people miss their opportunities to contribute because they tipped over their ego. But if we search our memories a bit, I'm confident we'd come up with a few names. Many times, these people are remembered, but negative feelings are attached to their names. We know them, but we don't look up to them. A huge difference. I am so thankful that I'm learning this lesson now. I have a lot of time in front of me with terrific opportunities to contribute and make this world a better world to live in. When I think about these opportunities, a chill of responsibility runs down my spine. It's exciting, it's terrifying. I was born to change the world, and so were you. Can we do it together?